This is the practice of Surya Yoga, and before getting started, it's very important to go over a few preliminary guidelines to assist and enhance this practice of Surya Yoga. Surya can be practiced any time of the day. However, mornings and evenings are best since the soft, elongated rays of the sunrise and sunset contain more prana and are easy on the eyes. You want to keep your interest focused on sattvic qualities such as love, healing, and enlightenment. Make sure not to entertain any low interest before or during the practice. Remember to practice on an empty stomach, and this is important for the absorption and circulation of prana, particularly while pumping the stomach at the latter part of the practice. It is okay to practice in groups or with people, but it's definitely recommended to practice in private, as seclusion is important for focusing on oneself and one's own rhythm rather than being distracted by other people. Seclusion also helps to diminish any self-consciousness you may have while practicing the technique. Now, Surya Yoga can be practiced virtually anywhere outdoors. However, finding a quiet, picturesque location such as a mountaintop or meadow, near a river or something, the beach, is ideal for getting into the correct frame of mind and adding to the effectiveness of the technique. It is also important to focus on the third eye center while practicing the technique, since the evolutionary pranic consciousness enters at this point, and proper focus is a key element of this practice. It's important to focus on the medulla center at the back of the head, and from here the healing pranic consciousness enters the chakras and the central nervous system to rejuvenate our bodies. All of these techniques can be formed with the eyes open or closed. However, keeping your eyes closed once you learn the practice is advised. Focus on the third eye center of your forehead. If a spot of light is visible, imagine it to be the inner sun. And in order to form a better connection with the earth, stand barefoot while performing the exercise. That is preferred. And though the various techniques of Surya Yoga are best performed in the radiance of the sun, they can be performed even if the direct sunlight is not available. The channeling and the absorption of prana will still take place, just not to as much of a degree. And it's encouraged to keep a consistent practice irrespective of the amount of sunlight that is going on. So the first part of the practice is called, it's the Earth Peace Mudra, and there you're forming the spiritual connection. The Earth Peace Mudra is the first act of Surya healing. It's forming a connection between the crown chakra of the individual and the cosmic radiance of the sun. The mudra is formed at the top of the head, touching one's thumbs to the crown chakra and pointing one's index fingers upward towards the sky. The thumbs of the practitioner represent the disciple, while the index finger represents the inner guru. The remaining fingers are interlaced together. After Om is intoned mentally or audibly, say, "O Lord," or actually, I'm going to Om it, excuse me. And then say, "O Lord," or "O Divine, flood my body, mind, and soul with thy love, wisdom, and truth." Now form the spiritual connection at the top of the head, and just as you stay here, and then the third syllable of the Omkar is the M sound. You're going to keep intoning this while looking at the focus at the top of the head and the third eye. This procedure channels the flow of sunlight, pranic energy, flooding the body with the healing energy. Now we're going to continue to intone the syllable using the balsam of the sun's light is spread over the physical body, and we're going to heal it, and it helps to fortify it with protection. So you're going to begin this part of it by staying with the mudra at the top of the head, the Earth Peace Mudra, creating the connection with the sun, Absorb the pranic consciousness through the tips of your fingers, flooding your body and healing light. Chant the third syllable of the Omkar through this whole process. So it's, as we're moving, we're going to be going. Now smear the balsam of the sun over your face, continuing to chant the third syllable of Om, the Continue this throughout the whole practice. Continue the motion and smear the front of your body, continuing down through your thighs and knees. Continue this motion of spreading the light down to your feet and sweep your hands away from your feet, visualizing that all negativity has been swept away from your body. Grasp the positive energy from the earth as you sweep your hands up, slowly touching the tops of your feet. Continue the upward motion towards the navel center, smearing the balsam of the sun over the front of your legs. Rub both hands twice around the navel center in circular motions. Now extend your left arm at a 45-degree angle and slowly pass your right hand across the left, keeping contact with both hands as though pulling the string of a bow. Widen your stance to allow for the shifting of body. Continue the sweeping movement of your hand as you lean towards the right. Visualize the golden energy of the sun and smear its healing balsam over your chest. Shift the weight of your body to your right leg during this motion. Then complete the motion, visualizing energy radiating from your fingertips as you fling your hand towards the earth. Repeat the motion with your right arm, extending it outward at a 45-degree angle. Smear the healing balsam of the sun with your left hand. The motion is like pulling back the string of a bow. Slowly sweep your left palm across your right arm to the chest. Don't forget to maintain the chanting of the throughout the entire motion. Keep your attention towards your extended hand as you smear the balsam over the center of your chest. Fling your left hand outward and towards the ground, radiating the dynamic pranic energy from tip to tip of your fingers. Bring your hands to your chest, moving the energy field upward towards your face. Smear the balsam of the sun upward over your face and across the top of your head. Now sweep your palms over the back of your head and down the back of your neck. Bring your hands between your shoulder blades to rub your back. Now pass your hands across the small of your back, buttocks, and down the back of your legs. Continue until your hands touch your heels. Don't forget the Achilles tendon. Now sweep your hands around to the fronts of your feet, touching your toes if possible. And rub your hands against the front of your legs as you slowly raise your body up. Continuing upward, smear your torso and chest with the radiant balsam of the sun. Visualize its healing energy penetrating your being. Continue to your face and forehead, joining the backs of your hands in the front. The protective armor of light is complete. Now raise your hands to the sky. Visualize the golden sun between your palms. The third part of this process is begun by forming what's called the Chin Mudra, or seal of awareness, at your waist and raising your arms into the air to form a crescent moon. The pranic solar energy is inhaled through the third eye as oxygen is inhaled into the lungs for 6 seconds. Oxygen is held in the lungs as your palms are brought together, making a clapping sound above your head, lowered to touch the top of your head, and then held together at the chest. With focus remaining at the third eye center, the breath is held in the distillery of the lungs for try for 24 seconds and is then forcibly exhaled towards the ground with the double exhalation of poo, pa, bending forward at the waist and clearing the lungs of all toxins. The sound of the first exhalation is poo, and the second exhalation is pa. Remain bent forward without inhaling at all. Place your hands on your thighs with your fingers facing inward. The stomach is then pumped in and out 10 to 20 times, depending on what is comfortable. Now, there are 2 seals that we're going to do with this practice, or spinal locks. 2 seals or spinal locks with this practice. They're called bandhas, that are held firm while the stomach is pumped in and out. The first seal is at the base of the spine, it's formed by tightening the rectal muscles at the perineum. The second seal is at the medulla oblongata and is formed by touching the chin to the chest. The spine is sealed at both ends, compressing the prana, moving it into and up the spine with the pumping motion of the stomach. And to conclude, we're going to inhale, stand erect with palms lowered to the sides facing the sun. You can relax and take a couple of breaths before repeating the process, or proceed directly to repeating it, forming the Chid Mudra and inhaling to 6. The sequence is repeated 3 times, and you may also repeat it 6 times if you'd like. So begin to close your eyes as you stand facing the sun. Then form the Chin Mudra, or the seal of awareness, at your navel. To do this, the tips of your index fingers touch the tips of your thumbs, kind of like the OK symbol. The remaining fingers are extended to touch one another. Now raise your arms to the sun to form a crescent around you. Remain in the chin mudra with your like that OK symbol. Chant the poem Om. Spiritual sun, purify my soul heart. Destroy in me all enemies and negativity. I ceaselessly chant thy victory mantra, O supreme, indestructible Shiva. You could say, O supreme, indestructible, divine, God, whatever you are drawn to at that point. Then inhale for 6 seconds. Visualize the mystic current of prana flowing in your third eye. Then as you bring your palms together to make a clapping sound above your head, keep your breath held in your lungs. Close your eyes for a couple of seconds, then blink quickly at the sun, forming an after image at the third eye. Lower your hands to touch the top of your head at the crown chakra, visualizing the after image of the sun's healing rays entering the top of your head and spreading all over your body. Now lower your hands to your heart center, bringing the image of the sun to your heart. Hold your breath for 24 seconds, feeling the radiant pranic current circulating in your lungs and heart center. Then exhale forcefully with the double exhalation of a short poo and a long pa. Bending at the waist and flinging your hands forward. Stick your tongue out while exhaling all negativity and toxins. Remain bent over forward. Place your hands on your thighs, forming first the rectal lock and then the chin lock. Keeping your breath exhaled, pump your stomach in and out 10 to 20 times, depending on what's comfortable. Inhale and stand erect with palms lowered to the sides facing the sun. You can relax, take a couple of breaths before repeating the process, or proceed directly to repeating it a total of 3 times, inhaling to 6, holding to 24, and the double exhalation of the short poo and the long pa. So that's kind of like the long express thing. I'm going to do the whole thing really just to show you how once you get it and you're moving through it, that it's a lot faster and you flow more through it. So I'm just going to start at the beginning here. O divine, flood my body, mind and soul with their love, wisdom, and truth. Spiritual Sun, purify my soul heart. Destroy in me all enemies and negativity. I ceaselessly chant thy victory mantra, O supreme, indestructible divine. Excuse me. So you can see the whole process is very short. That is it. But just learning it, and that's explaining, what you're doing with your visualizations and how you're breathing and that type of thing. Hope this helps. Enjoy. Love the sun.